Hey guys, just Musketeers here and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today I'm doing a video that actually quite a lot of people have requested, which is taking a look at Magical Musketeer for the new format. And like quite a while back before Pot of Prosperity here came out, I also plan to do a video on that in this, featuring this particular deck. However, I never really got around to doing that, so this video will be kinda 2-in-1, so looking at Prosperity in the deck as well as just looking at how I'm building this deck for the current format. The reason I'm showcasing this deck in the current format is because last format I really didn't feel it was that good, while this format now with VFD banned and the popularity of Virtual World, at least that iteration, probably decreasing. I feel this deck actually might have a little bit more of a opportunities to shine, since maybe more control decks will pop up and the combo decks like Dragon Link are also actually better matchups than Virtual World was. So yeah, that's the reason why we will be taking a look at this deck today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be showing you guys the deck list I'm playing, or I built for the current format, and then also showcase quite a fun match I had, to also show some gameplay, of course, like I always do. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the deck list. If you have watched my previous series for the Musketeers, which I will be linking up somewhere up here, you will find that this deck list is actually quite similar to the list I ended up playing in the last video of that series. However, there are some changes, of course. So yeah, let's dive into it. The Musketeer ratio is actually what I would consider to be the staple ratio if you're playing pure Magical Musketeer. So triple Caspar, of course, triple Starfire is the real starters, then Kid Brave's like a pseudo starter to help you dig for your starters, then double Dog for the recursion, and one Calamity. This was previously mostly used to go into Utopia double, however I'm not playing double or nothing at this moment, but it still facilitates going to rank 4 to enable Zeus, basically. So that's the reason why I'm playing one Calamity. I am playing triple Parallel Exceed, because if you've taken a look at the decklist already, you've seen Pot of Desires. So you can't really get away with playing 2, but this card is just really strong. It can chain block max from cards like Ash or Solemn Strike. And then again, this really helps either push for damage, go into link plays, or go into something like a Zeus play, which is very strong. I'm a big fan of this card in this deck. So 3 of that, then the 1 Call by the Grave. Specifically, this is very important, I feel, against the Erratic Seal, because Seal can be super annoying against this deck. Then I am main decking triple Cosmic Cyclone, because basically it's good against all the decks in the format that I'm expecting. It's good against Eldritch variants, it's good against the Tidying in the Dragon deck, which is one of the most annoying things against the Musketeer deck, and then it's also good against Virtual World with the Chuche, of course. So yeah, triple Cosmic Cyclone. I'm also still playing triple Droplet. This is actually the one card I'm not completely sure of as of now, but I am playing a going second list, and this card is just really good going second. If you can break the board and set up like a Zeus or something like that, it definitely doesn't matter that much that you have to pitch cards. And also, of course, you can use this to trigger your Musketeer, so that's pretty good. Then I'll skip this for now. Still playing Monster Reborn. This card's just pretty necessary in this specific deck. Then the pot ratio might seem a bit interesting. I'm playing triple Desires just because I did test the list previously with just Prosperity. However, Desires is just way higher impact. Having more cards is just more better. Although, of course, Pot of Desires won't guarantee you getting to, for example, Musketeer if you're missing one of those, where Pot of Prosperity most of the time will if you banish 6. And then also, basically the philosophy behind playing 3 Desires and 2 Prosperity is that if I go Desires and they do something like Ash, I can still go Prosperity after that, and if they don't, that's fine, I just keep Prosperity for the next turn. Because this deck hardly ever actually OTKs, it mostly just goes into the grind game, so that's absolutely fine. If you get the double draw of Desires anyway. Then I'm also still playing Upstart, which also conflicts with Prosperity, but it's also less good. But I just think Upstart is too good not to play. I mean, just the 5 pots and the Upstarts are basically the best cards to trigger your Caspar or your Starfire to get started. And I just really basically didn't want to cut it, so yeah. Then for the Musketeer card lineup, I'm playing triple Cross Domination, triple Desperado. These are just the best generic ones that do basically something against pretty much every deck. Then double Dancing Needle, this card is specifically very strong against Eldritch, of course, but it also is very good against Drytron. It can certainly be very good against Virtual World as well. Even against Dragon Link, it has its uses, and if I play one and I play Desires and a Benefit, it can just be super annoying, so that's why I'm playing 2. Then double Last Stand. You could even consider playing 3 of this in the main deck, to be honest, in the current format, but, you know, space is tight. And as you can see, I'm siding the third one against more back row or control heavy decks. And then the one Crooked Crown, you could even consider playing 2 of this as well, just because it's so good. And it also helps you play through things like Seal or Tiding, because you can just chain it when you have the Musketeer on the field and then just summon it back. Which is, of course, quite strong, and it also just helps you extend your plays, so yeah. Then the side deck, still very much a work in progress. I'm playing 3 Ash Blossom, triple Nibiru, just against some more combo heavy decks, and if I want to have some more monster or hand trap defense, I should say. Then I'm playing triple Dark Ruler. This is one of the best cards in Musketeers. You can just negate your opponent's entire field, and you can usually just easily break it by going max into plus infinity. Lightning Storm against more back rowish decks, or even like combo decks that put up, you know, oppressive monster negates or Vanity Ruler, whatever you might think of. This can definitely come up. Then the one order, this is mostly for if I'm forced to go first. The third Last Stand and the one Red Reboot. This is basically the best side card from Musketeer, because, you know, it forces your opponent to set back their trap, and then after that you can go into max, and then in doing so, you go plus infinity, so very strong. Then the extra deck, I'm playing Dweller, Zeus, Direct at 0, which I still think is very funny. This is more of a meme card, to be honest. You can definitely swap this out. Then I'm playing Utopia, and Utopia the Lightning, mostly as an out for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I am playing one Nightmare Shark, this just to, if I have 2 level 3s on field, to enable Zeus. I can just detach attack directly, and then after that go into Zeus. Then Access Code Talker, Appaloosa, the 3 Nightmares, Triple Max, and just Bana, mostly, you know, to combo with Red Reboot, but it's also just very eager to bring this out, very easy to bring this out and then trigger it with, by going to max, basically. So, yeah, that's the deck. I guess that means now it's time for the replay. So, going into the replay here, you didn't see it, but my opponent did won the rock, paper, scissors, and did elect to go first, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, let's take a look at our hand. We have Monster Reborn, Cross Domination, Desperado, Upside Goblin, and Kid Brave. So this is not the best of hands, but we do have a Musketeer, something to extend past Disruption, and then these cards to interact with whatever my opponent may have, so that's pretty nice. My opponent is gonna start off here with Nadir's Servant, so not really giving away what he's playing. He's gonna send Epcalone, which still might mean several things, right? It can be actually Dogmatica Shadow, which is a very good deck in my opinion, and also has proven itself at the last LCS this past weekend actually. But it can also just be something like Dogmatica invoked with just the Winda Turbo Schism package. But yeah, I don't have any hand traps, so he's gonna add the Schism. And then he's gonna discard Ariel, so this pretty much gives away he's actually playing Shadow, Dogmatica. Then he's gonna search for the punishment, which is very annoying usually, but because we have Monster Reborn, we might be able to beat this. Then we also have Desperado here to interact with the Schism and disable that. So I'm feeling alright about our chances right now. Gonna start with Kid Brave. Then I'm actually gonna link into Max here to try to bring out some more Musketeers. Basically because I just didn't want to lose out to the Kid Brave, and since he didn't really do anything on summon, I figured I'd just go straight into this. However, he's gonna do Ash, which is very, very painful here. If he didn't have that, I'm pretty sure would have won. Well, wouldn't have gamed him this turn, but would have been in a very, very good position. Because he could potentially pop 2 with the, what's it called, the punishment there. But we still would have had the Musketeer on the field and Monster Reborn to get access to our Caspar or Starfire. And then the Schism will be shut down with Desperado anyway. However, the Ash definitely hurts. So I feel like I'm basically forced to go into the Kid Brave here. He's gonna chain the Schism, which I'm gonna pop with the Desperado, of course. Then I'm gonna bring out the Kid Brave. And what I also just want to do is I want to really force the punishment. Because if I didn't do this play, he wouldn't have felt the need to go for punishment, and that way he would have been able to access extra deck on the next turn, so I just had to force it and hope he didn't play Intus or something, but as you can see, he actually does, so unfortunate. So what might seem interesting here is I'm actually gonna pass turn without activating the Upstart Goblin, but that's, there's basically nothing I can draw here that will set up like more interaction on my opponent's turn, so I'd rather just keep the Upstart Goblin to trigger the dock next turn. My opponent here is just gonna swing with the Ecclesia actually, and then that's it. So lucky for me, the Kidbrave draw here is pretty good, because Kidbrave is actually able to attack over the Ecclesia where Doc isn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Kidbrave, then draw a card, and then I'm gonna go Kidbrave to see if he has Ash. I'm gonna discard. The thing is, I was thinking about discarding either Doc or Cross Domination here, but I opted to go for the Cross Domination discard just because if he got rid of my monster on the next turn, then I wouldn't have a guaranteed follow-up in the form of a Musketeer. And the chances of me drawing a spell or trap, or well, I wouldn't even say the chances of me drawing a spell or trap are higher than of drawing a monster, but it's just more important to have a monster than to have a spell and trap, because the monster can turn into a monster and a spell and trap as well via Max, of course. Which is the best link monster in the game, I might add. And then I'm gonna go Desires, because he already used his Ashes, gonna go through almost 100%. Gonna draw Droplet here and Dancing Needle, so not exactly the best draws, but they will have to do for now. Gonna swing over Ecclesia, and then I'm gonna set Droplet. The reason I'm not sending Droplet in the zone for Kidbrave is because I might want to just shotgun this for some reason to try to draw some cards, and I can't randomly activate this where I can randomly activate Dancing Needle. He's actually just gonna pass, so that's pretty good for me. I'm gonna draw Caspar here, which is nice. Just gonna swing. And now I really want to set up some more disruptions, so I'm gonna go Dancing Needle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target Schism, Epiclone, and Ecclesia, and the reason for that is Schism, so you can't add it back with a Shadow Fusion later. Then Epiclone, there isn't really a reason. I could have banished either Ariel or Epiclone, but I decided to go for Epiclone. And then Ecclesia, because mostly the Dogmatica Shadow builds seem to be only playing one Ecclesia and triple of the Nadir Servant, and by banishing it, he won't have access to Nadir Servant anymore, of course. So, that definitely seems like a good play. And now, at this point, I just want to add that my opponent really started trash-talking my deck, which is very funny to me. It was like, oh, your deck is so bad. You got to get all the advantage you can get while playing Musketeer, and then he gambits my Caspar, which is of course pretty annoying. But yeah, I just want to point that out, which is one of the reasons why playing Dueling Book is not always super pleasant. He's gonna top deck, I think, Invocation here, which is a really good top deck, because he does have a Light and a Shadow. Gonna bring out Construct, which I could have negated, but I feel like there's really no point. I just kind of want to hope he's gonna try to run over my Kidbrave, then I can negate the Construct and reduce it. But he's gonna end up actually just Shadow Dragoning for the... what's it called? The Droplet here, which I'm just gonna let go because I don't want... There's like... if I sack off the Kidbrave, it's still more damage than it would be right now, and I don't want to lose the Dock from my hand because it's my only follow-up. He's just gonna swing over the Kidbrave here, and then he's gonna set the Wendy. I'm gonna top deck another Droplet, which is exactly not the card I want to see. So what I can do here is I can go Dock, go into Max, and dig for some cards. I'm gonna go for the Cross Domination Desperado, I think, because that way I can sort of shut off, like, out his field, basically, because I can Desperado the Construct. And there's no Shadow Fusion in the grave anyway to add back, and then next turn I can go Cross Domination on the Wendy. I'm actually gonna go Droplet here. Let me think why I would do that. I guess if I went Cross Domination, he could just pass turn. I couldn't walk over the Wendy anyway. And right. I think it is because he would walk over the Max if he had another monster, and then this way, if I top deck another Musketeer, I have the Cross Domination to trigger it, which is a little bit better. He's just gonna swing with the Wendy here, which is fine. Then again, pass. I'm just gonna draw Crooked Crown here, so pretty unlucky. And then he's gonna top deck Shadow Fusion, and just generate a bunch of advantage. Like win die really is the problem for this deck, to be honest, but not having access to a Musketeer is, and there we go. This is just one of the things that tends to happen with this deck, where you just draw all the bullets, if you want to call them that, and no Musketeer, and then you just lose. So yeah, just gonna scoop it up here. Then for the second game, I'm gonna make him start, of course. I guess I'll just show both hands for now. So as you can see, my hand is nice. It is Lightning Storm, Last Stand, Desperado, Upstart Goblin, and Starfire, and which is like really good hand. And then his hand is gonna be Shadow Dragon, Alistair, Nadir Servant, Feather Duster, and Lightning Storm. So I mean, possibly even better than my hand is. He's just gonna pass turn, and then he's gonna say, "My deck is so much better. I don't even have to do anything turn 1." So good for him. OTK me if you can. Well, bro, just watch me summon 2 Musketeers and pass turn. Let's go. So, this is kind of a misplay, to be honest, because what I should have done is just swing with the Starfire first, just in case he has Gamma, because I know he's playing it, but didn't do that. So I'm just gonna go swing with Starfire, and then I have Desperado and Last Stand in my hand to interact with him, which is nice. He's gonna go Lightning Storm Starfire. I couldn't engage with the Last Stand, but there's really no point in doing so. I'd rather just make sure I have the 2 interactions, or 3 even, to be honest, for anything he might follow up with. So he's gonna go into the Musketeers here. He's gonna activate the invocation. I feel I'm forced to negate this, and this way I can also trigger Caspar, which is nice. So I'm gonna add Cross Domination. Then he's gonna go Nadir Servant, send Unta, so that's pretty annoying. But we do have 2 Musketeers to follow it up, and we have Lightning Storm for the potential, what's it called, punishment. I keep forgetting that name. He's just gonna swing here, which is perfectly fine. I do have 100% guaranteed follow-up because I have another Starfire, so I can have some pretty decent follow-up. I'm gonna Lightning Storm him, and then I'm gonna go Starfire, activate Prosperity, banish 3, I think. Yeah, I'm banishing 3 because I feel like I'm in a pretty commanding position anyway. Oh, also, I want to point out, when I Lightning Stormed him, he actually said, "Pretty sure, regardless of what you're gonna do, you're still gonna lose, but please prove me wrong." So, let's just wait and see if I prove him wrong or not. Just gonna bench 3 here. Review, Exit, Last Stand, and Dock. I'm gonna get the Last Stand just because, like I said, I feel I'm like in a really good position right now. My engine is just outperforming his at this point. So, if I have Cross Domination, Last Stand, Desperado, and a search from Caspar, and potentially a summon from Starfire as well, that should be fine. He's gonna go Alistair here, which I'm gonna negate actually. And then with Starfire, I'm gonna bring out Dock to set up even more recursion. Then he's gonna go Link into Anaconda, and of course this I can just destroy you with the Desperado. Then Dock is gonna add back Cross Domination, and that's gonna be his turn because the other cards in his hand literally do nothing. So at this point I don't want to overextend because I have seen that he has Lightning Storm in his deck, and if I switch everything to attack, he can just Lightning Storm me and with that force out my Last Stand. So, and I calculated that if I attacked with Dock and Dock and Starfire now, and next turn I just summon Kidbrave and put everything to attack, that was game. So this felt like the optimal line of play. And he's gonna top deck Wendy, so not very good. And he's actually gonna admit defeat. So I guess regardless of what I did, it kind of did matter because I won the game. And then the third game you're gonna see now might not be the most interesting one. So he's gonna elect for me to go first. My hand is not the best. It's alright-ish, I guess. I have Kidbrave, Calamity, Called by the Grave, and then double Cross Domination, so I can set up Kidbrave and then potentially bring it back with Calamity next turn. But my opponent's hand, however, playing the very best deck ever, is Lightning Storm, Ash Blossom, Feather Duster, Invocation, Gamma. So I don't even have to do anything. I can just poke him, and that will probably be enough. So I'm gonna go Kidbrave, set Called by. He's gonna top deck Fleur, which doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna swing with the Kidbrave. I mean, there was nothing to do. I could summon the Calamity, but then I just lose harder if he outs my field, so I'd rather just keep it. Set another one. He's gonna top deck Schism, which, again, does absolutely nothing. He's gonna Feather Duster, which is fair enough and kind of annoying. but he still can't do anything. So at this point, I topped the Exceed, and I figured this was actually game. Because if he didn't have any hand trap, I could go Kid Brave Link into, what's his face? Max, of course, then bring out 2 with Exceed, and then I could go, wait, is that right? That's 30, 50. Oh, actually, that wouldn't be game. Yeah, I for some reason I thought I had Boral Sword, and then I could go Max, summon double Exceed, summon Calamity, then just negate the Max or whatever with a cross domination, then trigger Calamity, bring out Kid Brave, and then that way it still wouldn't be game. Okay, yeah, okay, very nice gameplay, Josh. Moving on, I'm gonna go Max to trigger the Exceed here to try to exert some pressure here. He's gonna Ash that. The Exceed effect, of course. So now what I'm gonna do is just go to Rock Down 0 and then swing for 3400 to go to Zeus, so I have some kind of disruption if he does happen to pick up something. And then of course Zeus next turn will be game. He's gonna draw another Ash, nice deck bro. And then he's gonna try to bait me into using the Zeus, but the thing is I know he's playing Gamma. I even say it to him where I say think if I want to lose to Gamma or not. And I decide I did not want to lose to Gamma, so I just went for the attack anyway. And that's... Oh, right, then he's gonna go Flirt and main phase, that's fine. Then I'm gonna go Zeus, because I just need to make game, right? I mean, the odds of him drawing a good card are higher than the odds of me drawing a good card, I want to say. So just gonna blow up his entire field, and that's actually game. So I guess Magical Musketeer not that bad after all. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As you know, I love this deck, so I really do like showing it off, and I will probably show off some kind of Musketeer decklist every time a ban list drops for the new format, or like a new set drops or whatever, just because I like it so much. If you have any thoughts about the deck, or about the video, or whatever, be sure to let me know. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, but do enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing to my channel, and if you do that, I will see you in the next one. Bye!